Good morning, everybody. Happy St George's Day. It's the 23rd of April. We're Signal Centre talking ball. Steve O'Hare, myself, Joe, and Ian. How are we doing?
Good morning, all. Yeah, good.
All good. All good in the
Used
hood.
to have a half day on the piss, St George's Day.
All right,
Well-
go for it. Go for it.
Yeah.
I'll cover that. I'll cover
It's normal,
US. I'll cover US
Yeah,
and
the
APAC.
Irish boys used to get half day on St Patrick's.
Yeah, well, it's all about boozing, and for St Patrick's Day, we can booze it as well as they can.
Yes,
So we should definitely have the same.
Don't think so,
Yeah.
mate. Don't think so. I think
London-
it's sort of like,
Liverpool Street used to be a very messy occurrence on St George's Day. There's lots of drunk loonies about.
yeah, exactly. So on St. Paddy's Day, there's
Just
thousands
me.
of drunk, but
Yeah,
actually,
10 times
like-
as many.
yeah, but it takes 10 times as much drink to get them drunk. That's the thing. That's the issue
true.
here.
Yeah, but it's more of a global event.
It was a big
Yeah.
loss of revenue, wasn't there? Lockdown started on St Patrick's Day, didn't it? So it was a huge
Oh, that's
loss
right.
of revenue.
Yeah.
A lot of
Jesus,
yeah.
boozers, which is their busiest day in the year in Ireland.
I think they're trying to save the NHS by sort of like stopping the liver
The liver failure.
issues.
Yeah. Well, it must be worse for people at home. You hear the
Yeah.
clinking of my bloody recycling bin. It's ridiculous.
Well, that's it, isn't it? I saw a thing on Twitter yesterday. Can you please open the pubs? I'm turning into an alcoholic at home.
Scary,
Which-
eh?
Yeah. So, yeah. How did we do in the markets yesterday?
We didn't do
Oh,
very well at all. It always seems to be the way. We have these bursts to new highs on our P&L, and then the next day we all get humbled.
Bit
Mm.
cocksure, bit
Yeah.
sort of like confident and get
Cocky.
slapped.
Yeah, so stop out on the DAX, stop out on copper, stop out on cable.
Bugger.
So overall, a little bit of a dip down, but we're going in the right direction. And it's just sometimes you need that clip round the ear, don't you, just to sort yourself out and refocus.
Well, I
Just
think it
look at
is.
that
It
stop.
just shows you how the markets are. Yesterday was a little bit of a. It felt especially in the commodities, it felt like it was just a bit of a dead cat bounce, but it's obviously extending a little bit higher. And I think the markets are, especially in the oil market, waiting for this. What's the US going to do about supporting the market at this time?
Yeah.
So everyone stepped back a little bit. Dollar still remains strong, and we had a nice move up in gold yesterday. I was looking to buy dips in gold, didn't get anywhere near it, and just extended higher. So yeah, I think gold for me just seems to be the golden boy. But it hasn't run away.
It's not that simple though of getting a trade on, is it? Because
No.
the spreads are ridiculous. The costs are, through the roof of doing that. So it's not really much of a viable investment at the minute. If you
No, I
buy
think
it
it's-
on ETFs as well, you got the because they're all priced in dollars rather than pounds.
Yeah.
And we get nice kicks on
Exchange
the
rates.
exchange of it as well.
Mm.
Yeah,
So
that's it. So
it's a tough old trade at the minute doing gold. I think any commodity, it seems. If you look at all of them, all the softs, they're all look to be in a bit of a pickle.
yeah, I mean, it must have been even trying to get a decent risk reward trade idea today. I was really struggling. I'm sort of away from the market really from my entry. I'm not going to just dive in at these levels. That's just too risky for my liking. So I'm buying dips or selling rallies or whatever, just to sort of like a lot wider than where the market is. So yeah, pretty
Okay.
sort of disappointing.
Our calls this morning are going to be interesting then.
Well, you've got one field, didn't we, on Aussie yen?
No, I mean these calls.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
you've
yeah.
you've
Oh,
been
well,
filled.
that was the Aussie
nice
yen
fill.
call. Look at that.
Yeah, that's a nice call.
Yeah.
Two
But I'm-
ticks on side in dollar Swiss.
I'm still looking at these indices because I'm still of the belief that this head and shoulders is in play. The DAX yesterday, I was short around, where was it? Low down here somewhere. So I got stopped out on that move there. Might have been a little bit of to be had out of that, but it's extended high with the US market overnight and into the close yesterday, but a bit of a sell off today.
Yeah, I'm more
Seeing
like
that on the FTSE as well. Under this, I've got a confluence of fib levels here, a 78.6 and a 61.8, which seem to be doing a reasonable job. So I think while below that, there is scope for a move lower.
Take your call then.
That is my call for today. Yeah. So selling FTSE at 57.22. Probably be a bit safer with the stop and get it above there. It's 57.85. And then I'm going to target the neckline just to make the R better, which comes in at 55.20. So still at 23, 55.20 target, 57.85 stop.
How quickly he does that. It takes us like 15 minutes to actually sort of fill that little box in, and he does it in 15 nanoseconds.
Yeah, so that's my call for today. I think equity's going lower still.
Yeah,
Steve.
Well, let me have a screen, and I'll have a little browse. I don't really, as I say, I still believe oil is got more trouble ahead.
A wedge?
This is a bit of a wedgie, yes.
New lows, maybe.
Yeah, I still think the sort of like the $10 area and below is prime for this contract, this June fusion, however it's priced within this broker. Yeah, but I said the $20 level, if we maybe take it up on a higher time frame. This $20 level is the key for me. We could potentially sort of like any sort of news out from the US in a way of supporting the oil price. I think it's going to struggle to get much above $20. So
as long as Trump doesn't shoot anybody, I suppose they're all right, aren't we?
Depends who he shoots. Yeah, if he shoots someone in the Arab states, then maybe the oil price could go a bit higher. But yeah, don't know what he'll do. I think there's a button saying, print more money for the oil market as well as
press an emergency.
Else. Yeah, so we'll see. So in that, I'm selling the rally again, like I did yesterday. It sort of worked yesterday. I was selling rally at $16.50. Obviously, the problem at the moment on some brokers, you can't actually sell the product itself. So because they've put a short selling ban on it. So, and that word, it sort of rallied to there and then came off to like $15 odd and below $14, but it's back up there again this morning. So I think we maybe push a bit higher today. I'm looking to sell it around $18. That's not my trade of the day. Copper was surprisingly higher. I was short of this yesterday and it extended higher. So that's reacted quite nicely. Gold is, as I say, has broken higher as well. Let's get it on the shorter term time frame. It looks a bit better. Reacted higher from 1660. A little bit of a head and shoulders type formation down here, maybe. Looking for the dip back, really. I'm looking at buying at 1705 this morning. So again, don't really want to do that. So I'll instead of going for the golden boy, I'll go for the silver boy. So we've broken through this downward trending resistance line. As we all said over the last few months, silver seems to have been bashed a lot harder than gold and is struggling to react higher. So I'm going to go for buying silver, although I'm buying a dip on the intraday. This is my gun to the head trade, 15.25. I'll target a move to...
Got to be to the highs, isn't it?
Yeah, how about that? 3-1. 15.25, stop at 15.10, target at 15.70.
Like it.
Good luck.
Quite chuffed I've got away with that one.
You blagged it enough until you found one you liked.
Yeah.
I quite like it, yeah. The reason why I'm keeping away from FX, this is the dollar index. We are breaking to new highs, but levels close to 78.6. Did find some selling in first trade this morning, but I think this is a wedge. So when it comes to the other FX majors, they're all sort of, I want to be selling rallies a lot higher. I am short in dollar Swiss at the moment, so I'm keeping away from those.
You're going to sell equities, aren't you? I know you. I can just,
I'm going to
feel it. Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I meant you were going to go opposite Joe. That's what I meant.
Yeah,
I
controversial trade. This, I do think it's a wedge, but we haven't got resistance until up here, which is 111.44, and I've actually got some bespoke support on 102.88, and that's why I've let everybody else go first, because it's coming off. So I think a good risk reward trade is actually buying this dip up to this confluence area, because you've got all these trends of higher highs, and we've got this resistance up here. And S&P's just bounced quite aggressively yesterday off support. So I'm going to take this. controversial counter trend, and everything technically outside bars and all the rest of it tells you to go the other way. 107.30, 103. What's the price? 103.46. Quick.
We're not helping you, mate, because you're going against Joe, so he's not going to help you now, mate.
No. 111. I'll have a 111 the figure.
Well, if there's a big move either way, then we should have a good day, shouldn't we? Collectively.
Yeah. Is that stop all right? Yeah, that
You did
stop's all right. 5.3 to 1.
Cool.
So going long, 103.46, stop at 102.03, targeting 111 the figure.
Ooh. Good luck.
For a 5R.
For gritted teeth.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Good luck. Okay, news.
Death rates are coming down. Stocks
Death rates are coming
up.
down. We've peaked, have we? Although Chris Whitty did say that
we've seen it in the UK, he reckons, doesn't he?
He said we've seen the peak, but he also said that he doesn't think lockdown will be ended until we've got a vaccine.
No,
Yeah.
Singapore have got issues, haven't they?
Have they?
their infection rates going up. Loads of South Africa, South America. A lot of these poor countries are starting to build up. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, some of these
because they
some of
can't
the areas in
segregate,
India are going to be ravaged by it, aren't they? But I guess we'll never really know the full or the true extent of how bad it's
who
been.
knows? Just leave it to the experts.
Yeah. Oil obviously still very much in the news. Had a bit of a rally yesterday. Volatility continued though. Gains over sort of hopes of some support for the industry, which we touched upon yesterday. I'm not sure what can be done. I mean, what can you do?
And a little boost from Trump.
Yeah, he's talking about more stimulus.
Oh, he's threatening people. But apart from that, that's gave oil
What's that now? I haven't seen that. What happened there?
He's talking about the Iranian warships. He says if any of them come close to
US
waters, he's going to shoot on them.
He's a man under pressure, isn't he?
What did he actually say? Let's have a look. I've got it here somewhere. Carry on. I'll come back.
Okay, so House of Representatives are talking about approving a $500 billion support package today.
That doesn't sound like a lot, mate. If you haven't got a trillion,
yeah,
what's 500 billion?
Get that out of my way. So they're also talking about loosening the US lockdown restrictions, which, I don't know whether that's right or wrong. He's obviously desperate to get the economy going again, and.
So I've got the headline: an order by President Donald Trump authorizing the Navy to destroy any Iranian gunboats that harass American ships.
Okay. Strong words.
Won't
help markets though, will it?
No.
So further unease with the Euro group, still big divisions between what's going on about these Corona bonds that they're trying to get in place. There is obviously a need to do something. There is a potential for a compromise between Italy and Germany, both accepting that the crisis funding should be through the EU Commission rather than through the direct issuance of Corona bonds. So that is concerning people a little bit. News-wise today, quite a lot out, actually. We've already had German services and manufacturing PMI. We've got Eurozone PMI in a couple of minutes. We've then got UK services PMI at 9:30. Jobless claims at 1:30. That's obviously a big number that people are watching. They're expecting a fall of 4.5 million. So anything better than that, and you could see markets react positively. They've also got services and PMI manufacturing at 2:45, followed by US new home sales at 3:00.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, just on the oil front, Saudi Arabia is exploring rerouting millions of barrels of oil on board tankers sailing to the United States if Trump decides to block imports of crude from the kingdom. Shipping and trade sources say some 40 million barrels of Saudi oil are on their way to the United States and due to arrive in the coming weeks, piling more pressure on the markets already struggling to absorb a glut of stocks.
Okay.
So apart from that, I see Las Vegas is obviously you want a mayor that's. Have you seen the Las Vegas mayor?
No.
She's frantically trying to open everything. Obviously, that's one place that relies on packing people into crowded places.
Yeah.
People and
Who
money.
have a high risk tolerance. So she was on the
I'm going to say
wire.
that I think the average age of a Vegas punter is about 75 anyway, isn't it? Don't
Hey,
they all,
with their
don't-
buckets of
don't-
quarters.
don't they all take their pensions there and
Yeah.
blow them?
Well,
So
yeah,
the fatality rate would be through the roof.
you'd expect so, especially packing them into them sort of
Yeah.
like air conditioned.
Everywhere's got wheelchair access, isn't it, in Vegas?
Yeah. Oh, that's not just for
That's
the
just for
older
the
generation.
paralytic drunk
Yeah.
young
Is that
kids.
so? Some of them get wheeled in, some get wheeled out.
And Gangs of London, the box set is available for download on Sky Atlantic, and that looks like quite a good series to download and binge on.
Okay. I
on
need to
St.
catch up
George's
on the
Day.
latest Killing Eve as well. Has anybody got into that yet?
No.
Was the last one? Was it the latest one last night?
They're all available on iPlayer, I think.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Oh,
Have you
don't tell me
seen
that. I'm
the
sort of
film
like-
Gangs of New York? That was
Yeah,
good
brilliant
with Liam
film.
Neeson. And,
Yeah.
DiCaprio.
This Gangs of London has got the John from John Shelby in it. The blonde-haired brother of Arthur.
Shelby Brothers.
Yeah, so it looks really good. It's had some great reviews. So
check that out then.
Yeah.
Thanks for Steve box set review.
Yeah, that's sort of like
back
we should
tomorrow
do one
for
of
the
those
next
every
one.
day.
All right, should we wrap it up?
Yep. I mean,
Yep.
Lovely stuff. Have a
Have a
great
good
day,
one.
guys.
cheers.
Bye bye.